So I'm just up here finishing my last stretch of this range fence, and just want to show you guys how dry things are getting around here. I've heard of a lot of places getting pretty dry this summer, and we've really started to dry out quite a bit here in July. It's been hot and really haven't had any rain whatsoever, besides a few storms that rolled through here and just rained enough just to shut us down from haying for the afternoon. But other than that, nothing significant. So guys, that's it. That's the last of the fence right here where it crosses Jackknife. In the spring when this floods, this seems to wash out this section of fence here, so I didn't do too much here besides just running these 3 wires and pounding in a couple T-posts. I still got some braces I need to go back and rebuild, but other than that, this is pretty much the last of it. And those braces aren't super pressing right now. They're functional, but I should probably rebuild some of them. We can wait till later this fall or something when it cools off and have a little bit more time. The other day when I was up here working on this section of fence, I seen a group of cows just up the road a little ways, and there's a group of mostly my dad's cows and mine. That was really the first time I've really laid eyes on any of our cows so far this summer, but from what I could see, they were looking pretty good. Calves are looking nice and big, and cows are looking good also. Things seem to be staying, fairly green down here in the creek bottom, closer to the creek here, and but you saw how dry it was getting up on those ridges there where things are pretty exposed and get a lot of that direct sun. Probably not a whole lot of water up there, so it's drying up there, but down here in the bottoms seems like there's still a decent amount of grass and still fairly green down here. So this week we also officially finished our first crop. We were able to finish baling and get our pivots turned back on and get the water going on them just a couple days ago. So the next thing we'll start picking away at is our pasture pieces and our meadow hay. So these are pieces that we'll only cut once a year. So pieces like here on the slough where I keep my cows through the winter. So we'll only cut this once a year. And you can see we already did a couple rounds around it just to get those cut and baled up, so we'll make it easy when we actually get going on this one. So we got this piece here, and the piece down on the river that we'll work on also, and then we got a piece down at Randall's across Tin Cup, which we will also only cut once a year, and we're going to head over there here pretty soon. But I imagine the next thing that we'll start on is this 4-way that we got down here at Randall's. So with us not getting any rain, pretty much all this month, this is really starting to dry out, and it's probably about doing all that's going to do. You look down here in the ground and you can see how dry it is, these big giant cracks. And so all the stuff down at Randall's is just a dry farm. There's no irrigation water on it, so you're kind of at the mercy of Mother Nature down here on what it will produce most years. And this 4-way that we planted down here doesn't look the best. I mean, you look across it and it looks nice and even, but you look down on it and it's not super thick or anything. It isn't super tall, just barely barely about knee high, maybe about thigh high most of it, and oats stick up a little bit higher. So I know I've mentioned in the past what this four-way mix is, but I'll just mention it again here. So you got beardless barley, then you got wheat here, then you got the oats. You got the oats here. Then this mixture also has peas in it. I don't know how well you can see the peas down in here. But there's peas. The peas didn't do all that well because it seems like they really need some water to do much anything, and these peas didn't hardly do anything. And from my understanding, you're supposed to cut this four-way when your barley is in the dough stage. So what that means is if you grab this head of barley here, let's see how well I can show you. You grab one of these kernels and you squeeze it. See that milky little seed that comes out? So I think this is pretty much ready to be cut here pretty soon. Probably hopefully in the next day or so we'll get going on this. And when I was kind of picking with some of the wheat, looks like the wheat is in the dough stage also. Grab a kernel here of the wheat and give it a squeeze, and you can see it's in the dough stage also. So I think it's ready. I've heard if you wait too long, then your seeds dry out, and then when you go to cut it, you lose all your seeds on the ground, and then it kind of loses all of its nutritional value. So I think this is ready. So these two pieces are where we started cutting when we first started cutting hay for our first crop here. And they've got the most alfalfa in them, and you can see how well they're starting to come back up already. After getting, I think this pivot's gone around twice, 2 or 3 times, I'm not sure. But it's gotten water and it's been plenty warm, so this is coming back up pretty nice. And we've got these two pieces right here by our house that are looking really good also. So before we run down to Randall's, we've just been doing a little bit of maintenance on this swather here. So we pulled out all these little rubber bats. So these ones have been replaced. My dad replaced these yesterday. We've been pulling them out. And these go here on that auger. So they go in 4 places. One there, one there, one there. I think one right over there. But the bats that were on here were getting pretty worn, and we were having problems with it feeding that hay through the conditioners, and we're hoping that maybe changing out these bats would help with that problem. Because some of the times when you're cutting hay, you get a big old ball of hay just sitting right up here, and it wouldn't suck it down in there. Then all of a sudden it would suck it all down at once and kind of go through with a big bang. So we're hoping replacing these bats, maybe it'll feed a little bit better. So this is the last one we're trying to replace. You can see how they've been worn and grooved, or worn rounded there, and they're a bit shorter than what these ones are. But this bar here, at one point, I don't know if a rock or what went through here and bent this, so we haven't been able to get this bar out that holds all these bats on, so it's just kind of wedged in there. So I think I need to cut off these rubber bats, then either heat this up and bend it down so I can get it out, or I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do, but I'm probably gonna start by cutting off these and see how far that gets us. We've also been working on this AC system. Hasn't been working this year, so we've been sweating to death inside the cab and trying to get it up and going again. So my brother was working on that a bit last night, and my dad was replacing them bats, and I was pulling them off the auger, and so we're all trying to get this thing going. And I got it all greased up yesterday too, and hopefully we're about ready to go cut that 4-way here the next day or so. I got them rubber bats off, and you can see like how bent this bar is, especially this one here. Big wowie in it. So yeah, probably have to heat this up, bend it just enough to get it out, and we'll try to get it as straight as we can. There, you can really see how bent them are. You might be wondering why we didn't just buy new bars, but I think my dad priced these out, and they wanted $170 bucks, I think is what he told me, for just this, you know, round bar here. 170 bucks for just that. So you figure there's 4 of these deals here. So we got this one here, you know, then these 3 over here. So you just imagine 170 bucks times 4. So what's that? Just over $700. We just want to replace them bars. So we'll just heat them up and bend them back and make them straight and save ourselves some money. I don't even know what they wanted for the whole bracket or whatnot. Probably be scared to price that out. But I guess a guy could build them themselves if they wanted. And bend this back a bit better. I should get one of those little Dremel tools for this. Make quick work of polishing this back up. At least clean it up a bit. So they're all cleaned off and polished off, so we'll just start threading our spacers on there, then our new bats. I think we'll put a little bit of anti-seize on these spacers, just hopefully try to keep them rolling somewhat decent. So we got it all put back together. So I'll just start working on bolting them back in place. You can see here they just bolt right here on this little bench there. Okay, let's be quiet. Let's see if they'll go back through that gate.
Get that gate.
Yeah, they know they're in trouble, don't they?
Get that gate.
They go through the gate, buddy?
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes we're in trouble.
Sometimes they're in trouble, huh? Hey, buddy. Where?
Over there.
It's over there?
Yeah.
Come on, let's test the hay. Think we can keep baling? Yeah? You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Morning, everyone. So over the last couple of days, we finished that little pasture piece by the slough, and then we moved down here to Randall's and started working on this 4-way. We were out here till a little after midnight last night baling. I was baling, my dad was loading hay. He's got them wagons mostly loaded up, and I came back out here this morning to finish up this little bit of 4-way that we need to bale. Just got a little bit tough last night, so we called it quits. Elsa and I just finished changing pipe this morning. He's gonna tag along with me, baling some hay.
We baled some hay.
Wanna bale some hay?
Yeah.
All right, let's go get in the tractor. So I just finished putting Randall's share of the 4-way in his shed, and I'll run back out and start picking up our share and start shuttling it down to our place. For anybody wondering, replacing them bats, these rubber bats here, seem to help with that problem of just sucking all that, hay in all at once and making a big bang. Seems like it's running a bit smoother. So I'm just down here at Randall's at one of these meadow pieces. So we'll only cut this piece once a year. So So that's what we're doing right now, just cutting this, and hopefully by the end of the week we'll have it raked and baled. So just working on this tonight. We'll keep plugging away tomorrow. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. Have a good day.